top 5 crypto said. So no 11K. So no 11K, no pray will be the first. Richard was not right. What are your thoughts on this? It's not really, I mean, if we're being completely lucid, it's not really the first time that Richard Hart was not right. He's been wrong on many things, but he's been more right than everybody always, and he's been right about the things that matter, right? You know, good price performance from his projects is what matters. And he said Hex was going to do well, and it did well. He was right about the first Bitcoin top, but technically speaking, also he was wrong because Bitcoin made a higher high, and that would technically make him wrong. But he's still more right than everyone else, and he deserves credit, definitely. I mean, he was right about the things that mattered as far as not your keys, not your coins. So there are silly things that a lot of haters like to nitpick and say that, oh yeah, see, he's not right about this. Oh, he said Hex was going to go higher, or like whatever, the bottom was 20 cents. I remember he said in one of his meetings, and then it went lower. I mean, he wasn't right about that, but that's fine. I mean, you can't expect someone to always be right. You have to understand that he's less likely to be wrong because he's very intelligent, but humans aren't perfect, and humans are wrong sometimes. And if we're talking real, yeah, he has been wrong because he's a human being. And the fact that everybody was calling for 100K Bitcoin at least, okay, 100K was the conservative estimate. That was the reasonable people in the room were saying, oh yeah, Bitcoin's only going to 100K, or it's going to 100K. That's going to be the top 115K. Many people were saying 300, 350,000 because that was the same returns that you had in the previous bull market. And then many people were even saying that Bitcoin is going $1 million at least, and it was becoming the global reserve currency. So he went against the grain, and he said, that's it, it's over. And yeah, it went a little bit higher, but the fact that he was able to call that was absolutely incredible and very helpful, and saved a lot of people from a lot of grief, to say the least. So it's okay that he was technically not right. He said 11K and it went to 15.5. It's basically right. And you could still even say that he was right, because you could say that the grayscale Bitcoin discount went to 11K. So the price of grayscale Bitcoin was 11K when Bitcoin was 15.5K. So you could even say he was right then, but that's fine. I mean, I don't think, and you know, that this hasn't been confirmed. You know, another crash down to 11K is certainly something that's possible. But I think if you're trying to play it, and you're, instead of dollar cost averaging, in my opinion, not financial advice, but instead of dollar cost averaging, you're basically waiting there with dry powder for that 11K. I think you're really playing a dangerous game. I think you're picking pennies up in front of freight trains, because if that doesn't happen, you're going to be buying 30, 40K and maybe considerably higher prices of Hex as well. So I just think it's still in the realm of possibilities that he's right, but it's certainly not something you want to play at this point. And I think the people that were playing it were punished. And I think Richard Hart would agree not even to try and time it, and things like that. So yeah, that's what I say about that. And pleasure for answering, and thank you for tuning in. Thanks everyone for tuning in. 28 people watching. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.